Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Language Arts Gallery. Today, we're going to finish up with our research report writing genre. This is day 6, where we're actually going to go back and we're going to revise our writing. In our last 2 lessons, we focused on writing a great introduction and a great conclusion, but now we want to focus on making our writing even better. So let's review. What is a research report? Well, a research report's written about one topic, has one main idea. The writer tells us that main idea in the introduction. They outline the main points. The body paragraphs are going to tell us more about the main idea by focusing on 3 big ideas related to it. And then we're going to end with a conclusion. So what does our beginning include? Well, we talked about this in lesson 4. We want to hook the reader, get their attention. We want to introduce the topic. Since we're writing about famous landmarks, we're going to say what that landmark is. Then we want to give our reader a roadmap. For students who are a little bit more advanced, I might call this a thesis map. It helps the reader to understand where we're going to go with the essay and how we're going to prove that thesis statement. And then finally, we're going to give the reader the main idea of our essay. And the main idea is, of course, our thesis statement. So that's our introduction. The middle of our essay, which is the body of the essay, is going to be broken down into 3 main paragraphs. Each of those 3 paragraphs is going to express one big idea related to the landmark that we're talking about. The first is what it looks like. The second's where it's located. And the third is what makes it special or what makes it a famous landmark. Now, I do it this way with my students because I think it's more highly scaffolded. I think students don't have to think about, well, what 3 big ideas do I want to focus on? If your students are a little bit more advanced, you can give them that freedom to support their thesis statement or their main idea with 3 big ideas of their own. I think for teaching this essay genre, I think this is a really well supported approach. And finally, the end. We want to signal the end of our writing. We're going to retell that main idea. Hopefully, we're able to retell the main idea or restate the thesis in different words. We're going to summarize those 3 big ideas, again, hopefully in different words. And then we want to share a final thought with our reader. So now hopefully we've all done this with our writing. We want to go back and we want to make our writing better. I think it's important that students understand that great writers don't just finish and turn their essay in. We can always revise to make it better. Revising is, are we going to add something to the writing? Are we going to change something? Do we need to take something out that maybe isn't as important as we thought it once was? When we edit our work, that's when we actually want to go back, check our spelling, check our grammar, our punctuation. I focus early on with my students on just getting their ideas down on paper. I don't want my students focusing on is this correct grammar? Is this the appropriate word? I think we don't want to view writing as an accuracy driven practice because that really limits creativity. We're going to go back and we're going to fix this all at the end. So we want our students to pair up and to engage in peer review. This is a really effective way, not only for our writers to get feedback on their own writing, but to see their classmates' writing and get ideas about, well, hey, maybe I can improve my writing by doing something similar to what my classmate did. It's important to focus on constructive criticism in the peer review process and model for our students what constructive criticism looks like and what it doesn't look like. So for example, this first example says the second paragraph is unclear and stupid. I don't know what you're saying. That, of course, is not an example of constructive criticism. The second paragraph doesn't have enough detail. I would add this to make it better. That's terrific. We're giving our partner some advice that can make their writing better, and we're being specific as well. Remember, this is about getting better. We don't want students just to say, "I love your writing, great job." How you choose to approach that with your students is up to you. I might say you have to find two things, or maybe three things that you think they could try or do differently. It doesn't mean they have to do them, but that's just getting students in the habit of reading their partner's essays critically. It's important to impress upon our students that we're all on the same team. We don't want to be rude. We all want to make each other better as writers. So go back to your seats, change your essays with your partner, take time to read. Students are going to engage in with a peer review checklist that is going to look like this right here. Okay, so I've got that for my students. And here, there we go. I also walk students through that with my PowerPoint, and all this is available in the resource in my Teachers Pay Teacher store, which is linked in the video description. We've got our introduction, our body, and our conclusion. Okay, so then once students will go back to their seat and they engage uh, with this peer review checklist and with their partner's writing, then they're going to come back to the carpet and they're going to share what they learned through the peer review process. They can either talk specifically about how the process helped them, or they can focus on changes that they made to their writing. All right. So after our students finish up with peer review for homework, or if there's time in class, they're going to go back and they're going to draft their final version for publication. So that is the end of our unit on informational writing and research report writing, where we focused on famous landmarks. So please remember to like, subscribe, and comment on the video, and you can get this and all of my academic and creative writing videos in my uh, on the Language Arts Gallery. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in our next video.